Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where as we build up to the Burnley game tomorrow night, I want to talk about how Arsenal set up their midfield. Then this follows a sort of comment which I found quite interesting from a viewer on a recent video talking about this issue. And essentially, I think the conundrum here for Mikel Arteta is, does he continue with the shape and the personnel in midfield, i.e. Miles Lewis-Skelly and Declan Rice, with Eza at the 10, as he has done in recent games, which has served him so well. It's provided really good balance. It's helped the attack look a little bit better. And Arsenal ultimately getting the important results. Or, given the fact that Arsenal are going to dominate the ball against Burnley, one would expect, do they make a change and go to a single pivot and go to the double 10, which is, of course, how they finished the West Ham game? And I think it's a really, really interesting one, because my instant gut reaction is that Mikel Arteta will keep the double pivot and have Miles and Declan Rice at the base of midfield. Now, look, in some ways that really helps, because Miles Lewis-Skelly can play the ball through the lines, he can take the ball on the half turn, and he is still a very progressive midfielder from a deeper role. And Declan Rice isn't a really effective six, so why would you change that, particularly as Eza has the ability to unlock something when nothing appears on? And look, Burnley are going to sit very deep, and we're going to need that skill. But you can sort of see the attraction of the double 10, because you've got Odegaard that can still play those balls through the line, similar to Miles Lewis-Skelly, and can drop deep out of possession. You keep Eza on the pitch to sort of play those balls through the line and make something happen from nothing if necessary. And as I say, Arsenal will dominate the ball against Burnley. So do you really need the two deep midfielders when you're likely to have the ball in and around the box much more? And you can sort of see the attraction there, but the original sort of keeping the same may well help Arsenal from keeping things normal, keeping things usual, because they are going to go into this game with added pressure, because they know if they win the league, then the pressure is all on City still. And Arsenal know if they win the last two games, they win the league for the first time in 22 years. And I've spoken a lot about pressure recently, so that familiarity might be one less thing for them to adopt to. The alternative, of course, to the double 10 that I just spoke about is you could almost go high Havertz in one of them, probably for Eza in that scenario, and get you almost two strikers on the pitch. So lots to consider for Arsenal. And as I say, my gut feeling was it's to double pivot deep, but I am starting to come around to the fact that Mikel Arteta might go slightly more attacking here and try and take the game to Burnley much more and take the pressure off Arsenal from an attacking perspective. But let me know what you think he'll do in the comments, as always.